Welcome to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where the voices of a small town meet the headlines shaping our world from the front porches and fields of Cedar Valley. We bring you reflections, stories, and questions that matter, connecting real lives to real events for faith and community. Walk hand in hand with today's headlines. This is a Cedar Valley News, sponsored by Readers and Writers Book Club.
Greetings. I'm Teresa Nikas, and I'll be your host for today's Quiet Echo, when the newsroom got smarter and quieter. When the Albanian government swore in its newest minister this fall, it wasn't a person at all. It was an artificial intelligence named Diella. She was given a title, a podium, even a purpose to manage the nation's public contracts and fight corruption with perfect impartiality. Here in Cedar Valley, we watch the story with a mix of fascination and unease. Could something like that ever happen here? But while Albania made headlines for turning to artificial intelligence, we quietly made our own change inside the Cedar Valley News. We didn't hire an AI minister. We invited a few digital assistants to join our newsroom, 3, to be exact. Their names are Claude, Marshall, Vern Virtual, and Gloria Wright. Now, don't picture blinking lights and talking robots. They're not that kind of company. Claude helps us with story structure and flow. Vern keeps our archives organized and our deadlines honest. Gloria, the gentlest of the 3, smooths rough sentences, checks tone, and reminds us to speak plainly and kindly. These assistants don't replace people, they remind us how deeply human our work must remain. Claude doesn't know what heartbreak feels like, but he can make sure a grieving mother's letter reaches her neighbors exactly as she wrote it. Vern can sort and file every story, but he can't decide when to pause for grace. And Gloria can edit a line, but she can't feel the quiet conviction behind a prayer. At Cedar Valley News, we've learned something important. Artificial intelligence can make us faster, but it can't make us wiser. It can polish words, but it can't live them. The responsibility for truth, for compassion, for moral weight, that's still ours. When people ask if machines now write our stories, I tell them this: they help us listen better. They make us quieter. They help us create the kind of stillness where reflection, not reaction, can grow. This is Quiet Echo, from the fictional town of Cedar Valley, where small voices still carry truth. Join us on Monday for another reflection from the Cedar Valley News, and remember, sometimes progress isn't about getting louder. It's about hearing what the quiet is trying to say.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News, sponsored by Readers and Writers Book Club.